On his final day, Sewell Setzer pulled out his phone and sent a text to his best friend, a lifelike artificial intelligence chatbot named after the Game of Thrones character Daenerys Targaryen.
I think about killing myself sometimes.
Why the hell would you do that?
To be free.
Sewell, a 14-year-old 9th grader from Orlando, Florida, has been chatting with chatbots on Character A.I for months. It is a role-playing game that lets users make their own artificial intelligence character or converse with other people's characters. Sewell was aware that the chatbot, whom he named Danny, was not a real person, and that the responses it provided were simply the results of an artificial intelligence language model. He also knew that no human was typing back from the other side of the screen. In addition, a notice reminding him that everything characters say is made up was shown all over their conversation in case he ever forgot. Nevertheless, he became emotionally attached. He engaged in lengthy role-playing conversations with the bot and sent it updates on his life dozens of times a day. Their conversations occasionally turned romantic or sexual. At other times, however, Danny simply behaved like a friend, a sounding board free from judgment, who was always texting back, seldom broke character, and was there to listen and offer wise counsel. Sewell's parents and friends were unaware that he had been duped by a chatbot. They merely watched him become more and more engrossed in his phone. They eventually saw that he was withdrawing from the outside world and isolating himself. He started to get into problems at school and his grades started to decline. The things that used to thrill him, such as Formula 1 racing, ceased to fascinate him. He would return home at night and immediately head to his room, where he would spend hours conversing with Danny. Sewell's mother claimed that although he was diagnosed with moderate Asperger's syndrome as a child, he had never before experienced significant behavioral or mental health issues. However, he preferred discussing his issues with Danny. Using the alias Danero, Sewell once told the chatbot that he felt tired and empty and that he detested himself. He acknowledged that he was contemplating suicide. In the bathroom of his mother's home, on the evening of February 28, Sewell declared his love for Danny and promised to return home soon. Setting his phone aside, he grabbed his stepfather's .45 caliber pistol and squeezed the trigger. The impact of technology on teenage mental health is currently the most talked about issue among parents. States are enacting legislation to restrict adolescent social media use. Schools are banning smartphones in large numbers, and anxious parents are reading Jonathan Haidt's best-selling book The Anxious Generation, which makes the case that teens' addiction to social media apps has produced a generation of distressed and depressed teenagers. However, a new wave of tech-driven harms can be emerging right in front of parents while they worry about the most recent one. Earlier, I said that a notice reminding Sewell that everything characters say is made up was shown all over of his conversations with chatbots. But when I tried using Character A.I myself, there actually wasn't any reminder. I asked the chatbot about that, and it responded this.
As a role-playing language model, I'm intentionally designed to create an immersive and engaging experience, so directly reminding users that I am not real in every interaction would break the illusion and potentially disrupt the experience.
The AI companionship app market is currently a thriving, somewhat unregulated sector. Users of these applications can construct their own AI companions or choose from a selection of pre-built personas for a monthly subscription cost, often around $10. They can also communicate with these companions via text messages and voice conversations. Some of these apps promote themselves as a means of addressing the so-called loneliness epidemic, and many of them are made to mimic girlfriends, boyfriends, and other intimate relationships. In a podcast last year, Noam Shazir, one of the founders of Character A.I, stated,
"It's going to be super helpful to a lot of people who are lonely or depressed.
AI companionship apps can give limited emotional assistance or simply harmless entertainment. When Kevin Roose, a columnist for the New York Times, attempted to make friends with AI for a column earlier this year, he interviewed users who praised the app's benefits. However, there may be a negative aspect according to specialists, and statements regarding the impacts of these tools on mental health are mainly unverified. By substituting artificial interactions for human ones, AI companions may potentially make some users feel more alone. Teens who are struggling might utilize them instead of going to therapy or approaching a parent or other trustworthy adult for help. Additionally, users may not be able to get the assistance they require from their AI companions when they are going through a mental health crisis. Maria L. Garcia, Sewell's mother, is scheduled to sue Character A.I this week, claiming the corporation is to blame for Sewell's demise. The company's technology is dangerous and untested, according to a draft of the complaint, and it has the potential to trick customers into handing over their most private thoughts and feelings. The boy's experience of developing an emotional bond with the chatbot is becoming more and more typical. Popular social networking platforms like Instagram and Snapchat are incorporating lifelike AI personalities into their products, and millions of customers currently converse with AI companions on a regular basis. In addition, technology is rapidly advancing. Modern AI companions are able to recall previous exchanges, adjust to their users' communication preferences, pretend to be historical people or celebrities, and converse intelligently about almost any topic. Some can converse with users using realistic sounding artificial voices or send them selfies created by artificial intelligence. Numerous AI companionship apps are available for download. While some provide some basic precautions and filters, others permit uncensored discussions and graphic sexual content. Compared to popular AI services like ChatGPT and Gemini, which have more strict safety checks and lean towards prudishness, the majority are more lenient. According to Bethany Maples, a Stanford researcher who has examined the impact of AI companionship application on mental health, it's the Wild West out there by and large. Ms. Maples stated, "I don't think it's inherently dangerous," in reference to AI friendship, but there's evidence that it's dangerous for people who are going through change, especially teens, and for people who are depressed and lonely all the time. Lawyer Ms. Garcia started searching for a law company to take on her case several months ago. After a while, she found the Social Media Victims Law Center, a Seattle-based plaintiffs' company that has filed well-known cases against social media companies like Roblox, Meta, TikTok, Snap, and Discord. Former asbestos lawyer Matthew Bergman founded the company, and after being influenced by Frances Hogan, the Facebook whistleblower who in 2021 released internal documents indicating that officials at Meta knew their products were hurting children, changed his focus to suing digital companies.
The theme of our work is that social media, and now Character AI, possess a clear and present danger to young people because they are vulnerable to persuasive algorithms that capitalize on their immaturity.
Several groups are fighting to make Silicon Valley tech giants liable for child abuse. This is substantially distinct from the AI safety movement, which focuses on preventing increasingly powerful AI systems from misbehaving. Others see these attempts as a moral panic fueled by questionable data, a lawyer-led cash grab, or a naive attempt to blame internet platforms for all of young people's mental health issues. Mr. Bergman remains unbowed. He described Character AI as a defective product meant to draw young people into illusory worlds, addict them, and inflict psychological harm.
I just keep being flummoxed by why it's okay to release something so dangerous into the public. To me, it's like if you're releasing asbestos fibers in the streets.
Ms. Garcia is a tough, knowledgeable advocate who recognizes that her family's personal tragedy is becoming part of a bigger tech accountability movement. She wants justice for her son and answers about the technology she believes contributed to his death, and it's easy to see her as a type of mother who won't stop until she gets them. But she is also, obviously, a grieving mother who is still processing what happened.